It's the holiday season and gift giving is in full effect. And I know it is so tempting to demand our kids tell that gift giver thank you, but I'm actually a fan of teaching kids why it's important to show our appreciation and also modeling the skills that we hope our kids will pick up. Now, hear me out. I am definitely a huge fan of manners, and I'm not entirely against, letting our child know, hey, say thank you. But I think that overall, in the grand scheme of things, it's really important that we do lots of modeling and lots of teaching on the back end if we want our child to learn about gratitude in general, and have like a deeper understanding of what we're hoping that they will learn. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about some of the things to educate kids on, as well as what to say during that awkward moment where your child gets a gift and says nothing. So let's discuss. Hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Dr. Jasmine. I am a mom of two with one on the way. And around here, we talk about all things positive parenting, from discipline to potty training to tantrums and everything in between. Now, before I get into my tips on teaching kids about gratitude, I have a free gift for you, which is my free positive discipline workshop called How to Get Your Child to Listen to You Without Yelling. It is truly a step-by-step guide on how to not only increase cooperation but also increase the connection that you have with your little ones, and it includes lots of real life examples to help these concepts come to life. So all you have to do to watch the workshop is go to themomspsychologist.com/workshop to watch it for free. Okay, so let's get into the first part of this episode, which is about how do we teach kids the concept of gratitude. The first thing I'm going to preface all of this information is by saying that this is a concept that is developed over time. This is definitely not something that we can hope to teach our child in one conversation or even a couple conversations. This really comes with time and as they develop. Keeping in mind that the younger your child is, the more self-focused they tend to be. And so it's harder for them to kind of step outside of themselves and kind of consider other people's feelings and wants and needs. And so the younger your child is, the longer it's going to take for them to develop empathy and gratitude and all of those wonderful things and wonderful values that we hope to instill in our child. So just keep that in mind. It comes with time. And your little one is not, being malicious or mean if they forget to say thank you. But one of my top tips for teaching kids about gratitude is model. Okay, if we want our kids to be grateful for the things that they have, we should first start off by modeling. And this is what you can start doing in infancy and toddlerhood and throughout the years, is just model saying thank you and having discussions about what you guys are grateful for or what you as the adult are feeling grateful about in your life. Your child might not yet grasp it all at once, but you're planting those seeds and they're seeing what it looks like in real life to have an attitude of gratitude. So I can't overemphasize enough how important it is to simply model. And a lot of the times, especially if you have a little one, you're going to be saying thank you for them. So let's say, adult comes up to them and they're like, oh, I love your shoes. They're so cute. They're so sparkly. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, right? So you're modeling it for them. You're not putting any pressure on them to say it, and you're just showing them what it looks like to show somebody else appreciation for the compliment or whatever it is, whatever kind gesture somebody or kind action somebody does for them. A lot of the times, especially if you have a younger one, you're going to just be saying it for them. And that really just cuts back on the power struggles, cuts back on the awkwardness. And then the other thing is that's really important to have conversations with your little one about is about why it's important to show appreciation, right? That helping them understand, especially especially again, if you have a little one, they're not going to fully understand this. So what you want to educate them on is that somebody took time out of their day to think about your child and think about what your child might like. They went to the store and they spent their money and they bought you a gift that they thought you would like. They thought that you would enjoy it. Then they came home and they wrapped it, or maybe they got supplies and made something for you and they wrapped it, they put it together, and then they gave it to you. And so that took a lot of somebody's time, somebody's effort, somebody's thoughtfulness. And so it's important that we show appreciation for the gift that we receive. And you can also let them know in the same breath that there's so many ways to show somebody appreciation. So a lot of the times you can let them know a big way that we show appreciation in our culture is to simply say, thank you. Thank you so much for thinking of me. Thank you so much for giving me this gift, or whatever you want to say. But thank you isn't often a phrase that we use to show our appreciation for somebody's kind gesture, gift, whatever it was, right? And also that there's other ways that we can show appreciation for somebody's kindness. We can give them a hug. We can make them a thank you card. We can give them a gift in return. So you're expanding their idea of what showing appreciation looks like. And then you want to end with, what are some ways that you want to show appreciation? So now that we're gearing up into the holiday season, your child is going to be getting gifts from family members and friends. And so especially if you have like a preschooler 4 and up, you want to get them thinking about, you're going to be receiving gifts, and people, again, went out of their way to give this gift to you. And how do you want to show your appreciation? Again, there's so many different ways. So let's think about how we can show our appreciation. This is a great way because you're getting their juices flowing and you're preparing them for this whole event. Because if you think about it, when they actually get to the gathering and they're opening gifts and, dealing with all of it, it's a lot going on. There's a lot of commotion. There tends to be a lot of people around and other people are opening gifts. So you just want to kind of spend some time to preparing them for the actual gift giving ceremony, if you will, and get them to plan out, okay, well, how are we going to show our appreciation? Do you want to give grandma a simple thank you, give her a hug, make her a card afterwards, or maybe we can get grandma something? How do we want to show our appreciation for grandma? The other thing along those lines is, especially around this holiday season, is encouraging your child to make somebody else a gift. So they have a real life example, a real life experience of all that it takes to make something for somebody, right? And to give somebody a gift. And that will help foster greater gratitude when they get something in return, because they will understand from a cognitive level how many things went into this. So it's one thing to kind of talk about the process, but then it's a whole nother thing to say, hey, let's sit down and make grandma a card or make grandma a gift. All right, what supplies do we need? Okay, we need to go to the store and get X, Y, and Z. All right, we need to come back and make it and wrap it for grandma and bring it, in our car and give it to her, just so that they can kind of have those, again, a real life example of what it means to actually give somebody a gift and all of the things that are required of that process. Now, in the moment, let's imagine your child has just opened a gift, and it's that awkward moment where they open it up and they look at it and maybe they even start playing with it, but you're like, they didn't say thank you. Now what? A common gut reaction is to tell your child to say thank you. And the reason why that commonly backfires is because, one, it's a forced gratitude. It's just like a forced apology, right? Are they really grateful, or are they just going through the motions because it's socially acceptable? And again, I'm not 100% against, prompting our child to say thank you and reminding them in a nice, kind way. But the other thing that can happen is there could be a power struggle that ensues, because what if they ignore you? Or what if they're like, no? Or, what if they kind of protest in some way, and then there's this awkward there's this power struggle. Now you're angry and upset. So again, I really feel like it's important to do some of that back end work, and then in the moment do lots of modeling so you can say, wow, that was a thoughtful gift. Or wow, what a nice gift that she gave you. Or they went out of their way to do something nice for you. And that's so thoughtful. Or hey, when you're ready or when you're comfortable, you can give auntie or uncle a high five or a hug. And again, whatever they kind of decided was the thing that they wanted to do to show their appreciation, you can just kind of remind them, hey, when you're ready, you can go ahead and give auntie and uncle a high five or a hug or whatever it is, or your thank you card when you're ready to show your appreciation. The other thing you can do is kind of just pull them to the side instead of doing this in the moment, in the heat of the moment, and everybody's all eyes are on them. You can just kind of pull them to the side after they get their gift and say, hey, remember, as we talked about, auntie, uncle, whoever went out of their way to give you this gift. And from what I remember, you said you wanted to show your appreciation in this way. Is that still right? All right, let's go ahead and do that. And you can kind of just prompt them gently in that way. And that can feel a little bit just more welcoming and more, just less pressure on them, all eyes on them. And again, you're doing it out of the spotlight, which is often very helpful for the little ones. And just remember, there are so many ways to show our appreciation that go beyond just saying thank you. And a lot of the times taking action is a really awesome way to show our gratitude towards somebody. And so we just want to encourage our child and teach them how to show their gratitude in ways that feel authentic and true for them. And the other thing that I will say, one more thing when it comes to gift giving, is just preparing your child that there will be some gifts that you open up that you feel maybe a little disappointed in, or there wasn't quite what you were expecting. And that's okay. It's okay to feel that way, but it's important whether we are excited about the gift or not so excited about the gift, to show the person who gave that gift our appreciation, because again, they went out of their way to try to think of something that we might enjoy. And even if it's not something that we're 100% excited about, we do want to show our appreciation for them and the love and kindness that they're showing to us. So, plant a little bit of those seeds too, because there is some disappointment, if we're being real, that comes with gift giving and all of this fun stuff. And that is also another awkward moment that we have to try to navigate. So you definitely want to plant those seeds before they even get in those moments, and just normalize, like we all, experience a little bit of disappointment sometimes when it comes to opening gifts. And that is just really important to show that we appreciate other people's kindness, irregardless of the gift that we actually get. I hope this was helpful. Let me know down in the comments if you have any other questions around gratitude and any other skills that you want to teach your little ones. I'm always, paying attention to the questions that I receive so I can make the most helpful episodes. And before I leave you guys, I just want to remind you to watch that free discipline workshop, How to Get Your Little One to Listen to You Without Yelling. It is a complete step-by-step guide on increasing cooperation and connection with your little one without doing all the things that you hate, like yelling and threatening and punishing. And it includes lots of real life examples to help you bring these concepts to life. So all you have to do is go to themomspsychologist.com/workshop to watch that workshop for free. All right, that is it. That is it for this episode. I will see you in the next one. Bye.